This is the last phase of your school life. Okay, you've spent you've spent exactly 12 years in school. You've had so many memories, so many exams that you gave, so many subjects. You've lived through a pandemic while you were in school, and so much has happened. Okay, but these next few exams are going to just finish off and top it off for your school life. Okay, now a lot of people take board exams very lightly, especially 12th graders, but I've seen so many people who got into their dream college but couldn't go because they didn't clear the board's cutoff criteria. Okay, so don't take it lightly. It's not that hard to get above 95 in your boards. I got it myself while also preparing for JEE, BITSAT and all these exams. It's just three things you need to take care of, which I'll be talking about in this video. So without further ado, here we go. 12th grade board exams are actually much easier than your 10th grade board exams because you've been through the board exams. You know how it works, you know how the collection and stuff works, you know how the pressure is, blah blah blah. Plus, a lot of you would have already gotten into your colleges and universities and stuff, so congrats on that. But a lot of other people will also be juggling their other exams like JEE, BITSAT and all, or even your CUET and other such exams, either just after your boards or will be preparing for them with the boards. Okay, so you just have to take care of three things for your board exams and you'll be sort of sorted. Okay, the first thing you need to take care of is your environment. Okay, you need to ensure that there are not a lot of distractions. Okay, maybe turn off your phone, put it in another room and stuff like that. Also, maybe music if it works well for you. You know what works well by this point. You've been studying for 12 years. You've almost finished school, so you know what works well for you. If you're a night owl or an early bird, both are birds. Okay, but my point being, you know what works best. Just take care of your environment. Don't spend too much time on the surroundings and stuff because you need to do what's in front of you. Okay, this is true even for your college exams and other such stuff. Okay, the second thing to take care of is revision. Okay, because most people complete the portion, especially in boards. Almost everybody like reads through the portion at least once. But the thing that separates people who get like 95 from people who get say 70, no offense to people who get like 70, but like the only one of the major things that differentiates these two marks is just the amount of times that you have revised the material. Okay, because to a large extent, if you look at say English literature, English grammar and stuff like that, it's just related to revision. Okay, if you're ISC, I was in ISC, you need to do Tempest or whichever play you have right now. Go through the character sketches and stuff multiple times so you understand exactly what they're doing and stuff. Okay, so revision A is what separates your 95 from 70. Also, another thing is in the long term, like suppose 10 years from now, you only remember two things. A is what you've been doing for like a really long time, like brushing, like you know alphabets, you know words and stuff like that. Or B, you remember what happened like last night or yesterday morning or today morning and stuff like that. So you might like know about the Maldives thing, or you might know about random war that happened, or about fighter or whatever. But you won't remember something that happened like 3 weeks ago or something like that. Okay. So what I want to do is I want you to revise the portion so many times that the whole portion of the syllabus comes inside the A part of what you remember for a long time. Because you've read it so many times, you remember stuff. Okay, I still remember some stuff from 10th grade. I don't know how to get rid of that space in my memory, but it's just there because I've read it so many times. I think I studied way too hard for 10th, but that's not for now. Okay. The third, the last but not the least thing to take care of for your board exams is mock tests. Okay, you obviously know this by now. You've given 10th boards, you've given other such exams, you've given maybe Olympiads, you've done so much studying. Okay, so you know that mock tests are basically there to emulate your final exam ka behavior. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's what you do even going there. Okay, you sit there for 3 hours, you look at a paper, you solve questions from memory, you maybe take a break in the middle, like have there's pressure, there's time pressure, blah blah blah. You can't get up and go, and things like that. So mock tests are there just to emulate the actual exam ka behavior, and the more you do, again, the better. This is similar to revision, but revision after a point becomes useless because if you've read something say 50 times, most 99% of people will never read something 50 times. But say you get there, then you won't learn a lot in the 51st time. This is marginal improvement. If you took economics, you'll learn this. Okay? So mock tests are more helpful towards the last phases. In this phase, mock tests are the only thing you should be doing because after a point you don't learn anything by doing theory. You only learn by solving questions or like looking at PYQs, previous year questions, and you just learn much more by doing questions. Even in your competitive exams, even in other exams that you might have given, you learn that previous year questions and questions in general teach you much more than just revising theory on and on and on. So yes, revision is important, but mock tests are way more important, especially in this time. If your exams are in like less than a month away, only mock tests, and do them in the time when your actual exams are. So if you're an ISC student, I think they're 2 to 5. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I think they're 2 to 5. And yeah, so do it in those time periods so that in that time your body is like used to it. You're like, okay, this is exam mode and stuff like that. Now, a final tip, bonus type tip for those people who are also preparing or applying to colleges while they're preparing for boards. I understand that getting into college is like super important because it starts your career, blah, future. Yeah, I get it. But if you don't clear your boards, if you don't get that cutoff or criteria or whatever, that is pretty much useless. So for now, at least give a little thoda more focus on your boards, because as much as people say, nobody asks your 12th marks, people still do. Like some people still do, okay? Because like even if you go for a higher education, for example an MBA or something, they probably still ask your 12th marks. Okay, so this is something that's going to stay with you forever. And especially for the engineering folks out there, please clear 75% in PCM. And in general try to clear 75 overall, because there are so many messages I get saying that, oh, I haven't cleared 75 but I cleared BitSci, what do I do now? And they can't really do anything because you need to have that 75. Okay, so that's it for now. All the best, you got this. This is the end of your school life. Give a nice goodbye to school, and all the best, you got this.